Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Slimming Surgeon podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Kandace Kichler. Today, I have a dynamic duo on the podcast. These two queens are the Head Matchmakers, the founder, and the beautiful women and brains behind Revolution Dating. So I have with me Kelly and Miranda. So Kelly Leary and Miranda, who they both have been working at Revolution Dating for years, but I'm going to go over their bios so you know each of them individually. So Kelly is Revolution Dating's founder and CEO. She has 33 years in the dating industry and a master's degree in clinical psychology. She's been written about in all of the magazines that we all love: Palm Beach Post, Palm Beacher Magazine, Stewart News, Modern Luxury Manhattan as of most recently, and many more. Revolution Dating members are pre-screened in person, including background checks. Professional photos are taken by the staff, and Revolution Dating is not online dating or blind dating. So let's keep it simple. This is not online dating. In addition to providing matchmaking services that makes singles unsingle through their exclusive club memberships, Kelly and her team also provide feedback from your dates when appropriate, so you know what you did right and maybe what you did wrong. Mock dates are also available by request. They have single coaching sessions and evaluations that are also available by request for non-members or as an add-on to your membership. So all inquiries are confidential. So this is not like a dating app where someone's going to swipe and see you who's not a member. And by demand, they are now also available in the Manhattan tri-state area, as well as all of the people down in South Florida. So they do have a phone number. It's going to be on the podcast notes, but easy way, 561-630-XOXO, which I absolutely love that phone number.
So cute.
So cute.
About 10 years ago.
Amazing. Okay. And then Miranda Capparelli, she has been with Revolution Dating for 3 years. Her and Kelly met at their local yoga studio. So she's a yogi. We love that. And she was recruited by Miranda. She was born and raised here in Jupiter. She's traveled the world. Amazing. And she has her bachelor's of fine arts from the University of the Arts. And she has a passion for life and love. So her love for lasting relationships and authentic connections stretches back many years. She's a disciplined dancer. She's previous lifestyle contributor for Everyone magazine, and now she's a certified yoga instructor. Her passion is the mind-body connection and how we go beyond ourselves and into the lives of others. So Miranda's approach to life is that when we are whole within, the overflow of that love translates to lasting, loving relationships, which we all want.
Namaste.
So namaste, girl. At Revolution Dating, Miranda is devoted to helping people find their true love, and she is thriving in her position as the head matchmaker. Like, I am so excited to have both of you here.
Thank you for having us.
Yes. Okay. So Miranda, you say hi so they know your voice.
Hi, I'm Miranda.
And Kelly, say hi.
Hi, I'm Kelly.
Okay, great. So you guys are so awesome. I've seen your ads for years. I've been in a relationship, so I haven't needed to reach out. If I ever get divorced, I'll call you ASAP. But I know you guys have been working with clients for years and years and years, and obviously are very successful.
Yes.
Tell me about what it's been like kind of having this business and how it has changed through the years.
Well, it's fascinating. It would probably take a lot longer than this podcast, like 33 years to be exact. But dating in 2024 is nothing like dating in 22 or 19 or 18. Yeah. So we're constantly on the cutting edge of what's working and what's not, and teaching our clients to unlearn all the things they unfortunately learned online dating.
Oh my God.
Or on their own, lost in the, Wild West.
Right.
Babylon.
Yeah. I feel like there are people who are super ancient, that maybe are trying really, really old school stuff, like sending bouquets of flowers to places people don't want them at, versus there's like the swipers, online swipers. Ugh.
It's really, really wild out there.
It's almost like politics where it's like so polarized.
Yes.
Where like one way or the other. And like, we're trying to go back to like the old days where there's chivalry and like traditional values. Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, Valentine's Day is coming up. This podcast is going to come out like right around Valentine's Day, either the day of or the day before. Like,
Wonderful.
Do you guys get a surge of people around that time of year?
We do, but we are also fortunate enough to get a surge of people year round because there's people moving here from the Northeast that are single. So all this new, home ownership, people moving here are typically single. They're not families moving here.
Right.
So we've been inundated. Like we haven't stopped, I think, for 4 years since the pandemic started. We have not stopped.
Right.
And we could work 7 days a week.
Kelly, it used to be just you, right? And you had to bring Miranda on, like to handle the volume.
No, I've always had a very large team. Actually, impossible. No.
I was going to say, this seems like a big job.
Impossible. So I've always had a team of probably 5 to 10, some of which work from home.
Okay.
But during the pandemic, it was a great time to reset and reestablish who I didn't want, who I did want, who do I want to keep, who do I want to not keep.
Right.
Like, socializing.
Clean in the closet.
Yeah. And so it was a great time to sort of reset everything. And Miranda was brought in, chosen from
the chosen
our
one.
mutual yoga studio, Thrive Yoga Palm Beach.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we sort of blossomed from there. We work very well together, and our team is still 5 to 10, maybe even 15. Some work from home.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I want to work for you guys.
I know everyone says that. Yeah.
Sounds awesome.
But don't quit your day job. You're too valuable doing what you do. You're so good at it.
I've got to take care of all of your clients.
Yes, exactly.
Get them body ready for their dating.
Yeah. Well, your clients are our clients.
100%.
In very many ways. Yeah.
100%. We serve a lot of your clients and we're happy to do so confidentially, of course, just like your service is confidential.
Yes. On the
and you've
low.
served me.
Yeah. Miranda's nose was done by Haas Plastic Surgery. So check it out. And all of their beautiful ads. You guys are in Modern Luxury. You're in a lot of other publications. So
Seabreeze Publications, which is in 18 different papers. I write for the newspaper. We're everywhere. Florida Weekly.
I love it.
Also a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you haven't heard of them, you will.
Yeah.
So who are your clients? Like what type of person do you find most often reaching out to you guys?
Anywhere from nurses, teachers to Palm Beach Island millionaires and billionaires. So there really is something for everyone, just like in your industry.
Yeah.
You don't need to do the whole head to toe makeover. You can just get a little Botox.
Yeah.
There's a lid for every pot. Like that's what we always say. Like no one's not deserving of love. So let's make it work.
Or looking their best. Like, where there's a will, there's a way. You always find a way to look your best, to live your dream life. And we could not encourage it more.
I love it.
And we're doing it. So why not? And you're doing it.
At the end of the day, I feel like we just look for a good heart. It's not really like, oh, how much you got, X, Y, Z.
Right.
It's like, who are you on the inside? Because we want to build our connection with you.
Yes.
Because the only way you're successful is if we get to know you and we really like you, like a friend.
Yeah.
Like a friend would introduce you to another friend.
Right.
Yeah.
So with that being said, are there people that you guys turn away that you're like, this service is not for you?
If anyone is like that, a porcupine kind of personality, then we would rather not work with them, even if they're from Palm Beach Island.
Right.
So we are very, very picky about being kind and sweet and having a big heart.
And like actually wanting to find love.
Yes.
Being authentic. We been there, done that. Maybe 5-10 years ago, I might have enrolled someone that had a prickly personality. And nobody wants to be around them. So now I'm very picky, just like you. I'm sure you've turned people away, right?
Yes.
Body dysmorphia. Like
Exactly.
you can't represent those people.
Right. If they're not, right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So same here.
That's good to know because I think there's going to be women and men who want to go into this, it's kind of like The Bachelor's, like for the right reasons. Like, and if you're not there for the right reasons, it's not going to work out no matter how much everything on paper may match up.
And then no one's happy. So our philosophy is everybody wins. Like everyone should win because that's the only way to have a good relationship. Everyone should be happy, even in business and friendship. And
so obviously, you guys get a lot of information about the people who get a membership with Revolution Dating. Like, do people request certain things? Like, I want a man who is 6'3" and brunette and all the things. Like, tell me the things.
We've had a complete grocery list, laundry list, anything under the sun, redhead with gray eyes.
Like, oh my gosh.
You name
Size
it.
0.
You name it. We've heard it.
But they don't say that in the initial intake interview.
Yeah.
You find that out later.
After a date where they dated a size 2.
They'll ease into it.
And they will complain.
And we get feedbacks, which is super valuable from both sides. So that, helps us learn and streamline more towards the right match. But yeah, people have exactly what they want on paper, but we just ask for like a willingness to be open.
Yeah.
And that makes it all the more wild for everyone. I mean, everyone's happier when they're just a bit more open.
Yeah.
Because some things aren't necessarily like deal breakers. Mm-hmm. So if the person needs to be 6'4" and maybe they're not a brunette, but they're a blonde, but they wanted a brunette, but their 6'4" overshines the color of their hair. So, and like personality things as well that mean a lot.
Of course.
Their kindness outshines the 6'4".
Yeah, I know. So, okay, good. I love it. And so do you also get people who are looking for like flings, like one night stands?
No.
Turn away.
Definitely not.
Turn down.
Usually, though, we can't take all the credit. Those people are not calling us because they don't want oversight. It's very easy to go to the bar and shake your keys to your Bentley or, your Rolex watch. So usually those kinds of people are not coming to us. Like people that are more salt of the earth, sincere, they love themselves and in a positive way, not an abnormal way. You know what I mean?
Not a
like,
narcissistic way.
Not that way. Like they're just like, they know what they want and what they don't want, and they want us to do the work for them to save them time and
our process.
Aggravation.
Right.
Yeah, the process is so in depth that I think it does kind of scare the serial dater away.
Yes.
Which is important because who's going to want to sit and talk to someone across the table and basically get interrogated?
They don't want the oversight.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. So do you guys
find dogs?
Yeah. Do you find out like all of their deep, dark secrets, or at least try to?
Absolutely.
Like, I know, because baggage is important.
They spill it.
Good. Okay. Yeah. Do you give them like truth juice? Like give them something to make them spill their guts, or are people mostly willing to do it?
They unload on us. We've had like people that are PhDs and, lawyers and doctors, and they're like, Kelly, you and Miranda are the only people I can open up to. For some reason, like it's a very, very safe place and we have strict confidentiality, just like a doctor would. And if my walls could talk.
It's like we have our own HIPAA laws, like just within our walls. Yeah. Truly.
Yeah. It's exciting. Yeah. We love it.
I think that's important because if people do disclose something like, oh, I had a divorce, I've got a kid, or things that maybe they don't want to tell someone on a first date, but you guys need to know for setting them up with someone who maybe divorce is a deal breaker or another kid is a deal breaker, like things like that. You wouldn't even set them up with someone who...
You're 100% right. So we decide, based on our huge database, who would be good with who, which is impossible to do.
Yeah. And we ask the hard questions so that they can have fun on a first date. Because first dates are now interrogations.
Yeah.
Right? So like people are kind of like shooting themselves in the foot before they make it to the second, rather than just enjoying their time.
Yeah. People forgot how to enjoy life and partnership and, do you enjoy their sense of humor? Or do you like sitting next to them?
Small talk.
Why make it so complicated, everybody?
I know. So how many people are in your database? Is it like hundreds at times? Like
thousands? A lot.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's good because you do need to have options.
Yes, definitely.
And it's, you can't match up everybody at one time, but like having people in your pool that you know are still looking, or maybe that worked with someone for a certain period of time. Do you have people like that? Like maybe they date someone for 6 months or 9 months and then something happens, but they're still with you.
So our database is constantly changing. It's very fluid because if someone's out on a date with someone else, they're basically not on the market. So they won't be, this is great. They won't be matched with 2 people at a time.
Like Hinge or Bumble or whatever those stupid things are.
Because half the problem there is you have a great date, you get home, and there's someone better.
The grass is always greener syndrome.
Yes. Can you guys talk about that? Because I feel like that's what's wrong today.
Yes, it is. It's so bad. Yeah.
It's the instant gratification. Oh, I need to move on to the next. I'm an option. Yeah. So we don't make anyone an option. You're the only option at that very moment.
One at a time.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah. Very, very.
And then you put your energy towards that person. We're like on online dating, and I can speak from experience. Like I've done the same thing where I'm like, next.
Yeah.
He was great, but like I feel like I could find better. Or I can find the 6'4", even though maybe I was supposed to be with that person.
And those are the people that stay single for a long time. And then eventually you become jaded. And women become jaded and they just want to go out to get a free meal. And, you know, it's really
or they
really
feel like they're
damaged.
never going to find someone. So what's the point? You know, they get that attitude too.
It's the never enough.
Yeah.
It's the, I mean, we're all consumers, but then we've created people and we thought, they're also an item.
Microwave generation.
It's so weird, right?
Yeah. You have to sacrifice some things that...
No one is going to be perfect.
Exactly. And you're not perfect. Like,
of course not.
We're all beautiful, but
I mean,
like,
I think I am.
Well, good. Because the mindset's there.
Dr. Haas. And
yeah. I mean, you're drop dead gorgeous, but I'm sure you in your own relationship have felt like, okay, there's some 51, 49, you know, one day your husband's 49 and you're 51 and vice versa.
Exactly. 100%.
And we do love working with the senior population too, because most of them are, you meet more widows and widowers than divorcees. And these people that have had these great marriages, they end up in our office and they usually are quick to go off market.
Yeah.
They're very, very easy to match up. People that know what love is. And being here in Florida.
I have like goosebumps. That's so sweet.
Yeah. And Manhattan now. We have a lot of awesome couples.
That is so great. Do either of you have like a favorite matchmaking story that you could share?
There's so many. Do you want to tell the pandemic, my favorite story? I hate the word pandemic, but for lack of a better word.
I mean, I feel like
John and Christine.
Yeah, John and Christine. So John, author, CEO, incredible man.
6'3".
Okay.
Hot
check.
Mid 40s.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we had Christine, late 40s.
Late 30s.
Late 30s.
Veterinarian.
So
she's a doctor. It's like these are and gorgeous. She's
successful,
beautiful.
Financially stable individuals. They love their own lives. They don't even need someone, but they want that partnership.
Right. And they're not going to go online or in a bar, and they value relationships.
Exactly.
Right. So what match was which?
So I think they were each other's third date.
Yes.
And he eloped. He proposed in April of 20. They eloped together in August of 20. And they had a baby.
What?
A year and a half later in 21.
My gosh.
Yeah, they're actually on the top of my Facebook page, Revolution Dating, and our website.
And they both signed release forms.
Yeah, they signed.
Of course, we wouldn't talk about them unless they did. This is a HIPAA-compliant podcast.
and yes. So that's enough to say about that. But they're overjoyed.
Oh, that is awesome. Yeah. And I feel like that gives so many people hope.
Yes.
You know, you get into your 30s and it gets harder because I feel like people get pickier and you are really stuck in your ways.
And the biological clock's ticking.
Biological clock is ticking. So you're like even more anxious as you're dating. At least this is what I hear from my friends who are in this boat. And it's like, I wish they need to join your membership basically because it's not working with the apps. That's for sure.
No, the apps are terrible. It's a nightmare. I mean, you might as well go to the flea market and try to find a great outfit. It's ridiculous.
I know. I think like what you were talking about, how like swiping and like always finding someone better, like that. It's like a little dopamine surge for the people.
Scrolling, yeah.
Yeah.
Scrolling
like,
is
and
a
then
drug.
It's Las
matching.
Vegas. Las Vegas. You're rolling the dice and you get hooked. And you keep going, like at the jackpot.
And next thing you know, you're
next
freaking
one.
bankrupt.
And then you're poor.
one.
Yeah.
Or jaded.
In spirit,
or
too.
lost. Or,
Yeah.
like you lose your hope.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay. So everyone delete your apps right now.
Of course.
Like stop what you're doing, pull the car over, delete
Live
your
in
app.
real life, get real.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think that's a lot of why that is a big reason why I think people aren't connecting. But do you guys find other reasons? Like, why do you think people aren't connecting like they used to when we have all this access to people by social media?
The like back and forth and texting or messaging before you even meet.
Bingo.
Like, of course, there's that sense of like, I don't trust this person. I don't know them because you're meeting them online. But ours is so different because they're vetted. You don't have to worry about that. So we like have a strict policy, like just call, make the date. You trust them. They're from Revolution Dating. And talk in person. Because if you shoot
Face to
yourself
face.
you can fire yourself.
Yeah.
And then people wonder, why do I never get to the date?
Right.
Talk too much,
Yeah,
text
talk
too
too
much.
Or,
Talk too much.
it's really hard
talk on
to
the phone
know.
too much.
Right.
Text too much is the worst.
Because
Stop
we can't,
texting
you
everybody.
can't understand like what someone's saying by text. It's words. It's like 2-dimensional versus 3D. Like, I could say the cat is, ugly, and that could be like a compliment or it could be an insult. Like you can't tell by a text message.
Think of
That was
how
like a
your
horrible
dad,
example.
think of how your dad will say like, okay.
Exactly.
And you're like, is it like, okay? Or is it okay? Is he mad? Is he mad?
Yeah.
Like people don't know these things when they read a
people
text.
text too much, and then that ruins it. For
Yeah.
them.
Also, like,
Don't read a
they,
Bible.
Don't they have a job? Like, what are they doing? Why are they texting me all day long?
Yeah, like you're sitting there doing nothing. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. This is good. That's a good tip. I mean,
we have so much to say. It's like,
And so-
we could go on till tomorrow.
I know.
Right here.
So I do want to know about like the mock dating that you guys offer. So even for a non-member, they could call you guys and maybe set up some type of dating coaching with you guys. How does that look? Like, is it a one day? How many hours? Like, tell me a little more about that.
It's a little bit more complicated. It depends why they need a mock date.
Okay.
So that would be the first thing. So if, let's say you're single, which you're not, and you said, I need to go on a mock date, my first question would be why and why now? And you would probably have a backstory. I can't get a second date to save my life.
Okay.
So at that point, we would pick someone age appropriate for the client because we have a pretty big team.
Yeah.
And you would go on a date, and sometimes we record it. Sometimes we don't. It really depends. It's a collaboration. And then we would give
some feedback. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you get feedback from the person that went on the date as well as what you guys like kind of watch,
Observed and direct. And there's someone I'm working with who lives out of state in the Northeast, and her life has changed.
Oh my God.
And we've done that all on Zoom.
Wow.
Yeah. Like she has me overlook her app because we don't have an office where she is.
Sure.
She's like, Kelly, should I date this guy? And I'm like, we are going to get you down the aisle. And she is so grateful and excited. And yeah, she's really changed her ways. She's come a long way.
So what are some things that someone might do on a first date that you're like, stop doing that immediately?
Go. Well, you're half.
I think first off is the interview. Like it's not an interview.
Yeah.
Have the small talk as if, you met through a friend. You met through a friend and you already trust this person because that's what you're doing. You met through a friend.
Yeah.
So like,
With us.
how are
That's how it
you?
is.
Like maybe, what do you do? Do you have kids? Like those simple questions, not how is your ex-wife?
Yeah.
Like no one wants to be at gunpoint, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
And like ask these hard questions on a first date. It's supposed to be light and fun.
Gotcha.
Light and fun.
What about mannerisms? Like touching your hair too much? Like, do you guys get into that detail with people?
There are nervous tics. Everyone has them. I mean, I'm sure I have them right now sitting here with you because I've never been on a podcast, but I think
we don't go that deep. I mean, I heard recently.
Unless needed, right?
One woman never makes eye contact after multiple dates.
Yeah, that's weird.
But like we usually don't hear a lot of
Gotcha.
We also encourage
Detail
like
stuff.
a 3-date policy kind of thing, because people are very nervous on the first date, whether they've been in a marriage for 35 years and they're unfortunately a widow, you know, they haven't been in the dating pool.
Yeah.
So their social meter is a little different than those who have been dating. So it's dependent on the person, but we do encourage a kind of 3-date policy.
Okay. And what about sex? Do you guys tell people? Do you guys have guidelines for that? Do you have recommendations? Do you just let the people decide?
Our clients are very, very intelligent, evolved, successful. So usually we don't have to preach at all. We do
not
hear
on the first date. Come on.
we do hear interesting stories, but we keep it tight ship.
Okay.
Don't.
Okay.
We trust that everyone's an adult and that they can make their own decisions for themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Goosey and the dog don't really join because it's too easy to do it without us. So
Yeah.
our clients are more sincere and not
True.
throwing it all over town.
They don't even want to, get to it right away. They want to develop the relationship, the foundation first before they jump in.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it still happens where,
Maybe there's like extreme chemistry. Maybe it happens in
And
those
that's
cases.
fine.
But at least you're not being toyed with and you're not a notch in the bedboard if you do have sex on the first, second, or third date in our club.
Exactly.
Out there, heaven only knows. And even then, probably not.
Oh my gosh. I love it. Okay. What else? Let's see. Okay. You guys have clients that you've had for, maybe periods of time. Do you ever see people make dramatic changes? Like they come to you as Joe or Susan, and then the next thing they know, they've got hair transplants and they're on testosterone and they look like a totally different guy, or the woman's getting her boobs done. Like these things obviously are a part of my field and I love to help people transform the way they want to, but do you see it go too far or do you see it as a positive?
I see people that could use some help become, their best self.
Yes.
Or they join when they are their best self. So it's really either or.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's good.
Sometimes I would say we have to be honest because we want to help them. Their success is our success. So if they come in and they need a makeover of some sort, we can send them to the slimming surgeon. We can send them personal shopping to the mall, like we help them in those ways because we know it's what's going to help them.
Right. And so catfishing, I mean, obviously that doesn't happen with you guys, but have you had like crazy stories of people, going on dates and it being like a totally different human?
Well, yes, that's why they join.
Right.
Yeah.
I know. Outside of Revolution Dating.
Yeah. All kind. Oh yes. I could go on with,
or they clicked the link and they got scammed from, Dubai.
Yeah.
All of that.
There's a lot of bad stuff out there.
Do mail order brides still exist? Do you guys hear about that stuff?
I think so, but I don't think it's efficient,
Yeah, right. There's plenty you could get here, right?
Yeah, because mail order, like that means the man is paying, but the woman's not paying. So that means the woman is essentially, it's an escort service, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a red flag in any so-called matchmaking firm. Because there's a couple out there, just like there's a few so-called slimming surgeons, but they're not you.
Exactly.
Make sure that they know.
Make sure you're going with a reputable organization. Yeah. So like the membership, which we're not going to talk about numbers, but like the women pay just like the men.
It has to be both parties pay, or else it dilutes the membership. Yeah,
exactly. And you wouldn't want people who are just like looking for a rich guy or looking for a sugar mama, like that type of thing. If it were the other way.
Say that.
Exactly.
Yeah. No sugar mamas, no sugar daddies, no sugar babies.
Sugar babies.
Unless you get that guy that wants the gray-eyed redhead size 0. We would say we are going out of the pool on this one.
Okay.
And he would be okay with it because we're still vetting her.
Gotcha.
So there's rare, circumstances. But
how do you find somebody outside of the pool? Like just through connections?
Hashtag connected, yeah.
Yeah.
We have our secrets.
I know. You cannot tell me your secrets.
That's real though.
You cannot tell me your secrets. Okay. And then what are some things that you guys like filter out? Like what are hard no's for someone who wants to join other than like someone who's, trying to just get hookups, which you get called for?
I don't like a bad attitude. Mm-hmm. So if someone doesn't know how to have a good bedside manner in our office, even the first day of enrollment or on their phone call, I'll opt out. I don't care who they are.
Yeah.
We notice a lot in our lobby.
Yeah, we call it lobby behavior.
The lobby behavior, if someone doesn't come in, honestly, with a smile on their face and they want to tell us how to do things right off the bat, it's like going to a doctor's office.
Yeah.
You fill out the paperwork in the lobby. You watch, like we have a fun video that we love to show. If you're going to say, I don't need to watch that, then we're not going to be a match.
10 years ago, I would be okay with it. Nowadays, it's like, no, they can go home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah,
Bye,
lobby,
Felicia.
Lobby behavior. You guys have that because I was in your office a couple weeks ago myself.
Well, and even, exactly. We have like the patient coordinator, that kind of filters out all of the craziness and kind of gets the backstory as to maybe why someone's interested in what they're interested, or maybe if they've gone other consultations, like we get a lot of information from that first encounter. And
she may say to you, yes, this is a good client, patient for you.
100%.
Or she may say, run, do not represent this person. It's not worth your time. So we love that filter. It really helps.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
So do you guys have any, I read your column. So they had a column recently, and that was the one from Florida Weekly or Seabreeze.
Well, Seabreeze, I've been writing that column for 18 years.
But the one you sent me with the advice for dating, I want you guys to kind of talk a little bit about that because it was really, really good.
I think I said it when I walked in.
Is that the cover story? We just got
the one that's over there that Miranda pulled out.
I pulled it out and I said, I think this month, so many people want to be in love. So many people want to be in love, but they don't want to take accountability for their own actions.
Yes.
And like we as matchmakers and as friends at the end of the day, we want to hold a mirror up where, some friends will just say, you're perfect. And
I don't know what's wrong with them.
Yeah.
Exactly. When it could be you.
And even if you're doing so much work, maybe you're just not looking in the right place. We even say that for matchmaking. Maybe you've looked and you've done the online dating and you've cast your net so many times, but you're not finding the right person at the right time in the right place. So the accountability is huge. And this month of February, where people can become desperate to find love, take a look at yourself.
Exactly.
Give yourself some love.
Stop blaming others because it could be something you're doing.
Exactly. And it's, you guys also talked about like, okay, you want this type of person, but like, do you even match that type of person?
Yeah.
Like,
know your league.
Why would that person want you?
Right.
And it's not about the looks. Like some people don't look like Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, and they want that.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Well
you have
said,
to
Miranda.
have to know that. Okay,
right.
like,
Angelina Jolie. And she's not going to date the I don't want to say any type of profession because somebody might be listening. But
no, but like
they're not Angelina Jolie. They're not Brad Pitt. You're going to look for someone who's kind of like you, at least to some degree. Obviously you can reach, and you want someone who's going to inspire you. And, there are aspirations we all go for with the person we're with, but you can't go from 0 to 100.
Right. And qualities
if you're not working on yourself.
Right.
Qualities on the inside.
Right.
Always.
Exactly. Like you have to understand the whole person, not just, the two-dimensional aspect.
So look at yourselves, people.
Yeah.
If you are not finding love, take a look in the mirror. Call Kelly and Miranda.
We'll help them take a look at themselves for sure.
Yeah. I feel like this is such a good service.
It's a public service.
It's a public freaking service. PSA. PSA. If you're not finding love, there's probably something that you can, do better.
Yeah, for sure.
Or you're just not looking in the right places.
There's someone for everyone. You do have to be received by the right people. If you're not, you'll never find that person.
Exactly. Okay. Well, I've loved having you guys. This has been super fun. We even have our bow and arrow.
You're matchmaker approved.
Yay.
And so is the producer over there.
Chris, our producer. I know.
What a great place.
He's got intelligent energy over there.
Yeah.
I know.
I like his energy.
The sapiosexual.
So
thank you both for having us so much.
Thank you. So I want everyone to be able to find you obviously you guys can look them up, Revolution Dating, for their website, but you'll see them all throughout Palm Beach and in Manhattan in magazines and features. And then on Instagram, they are at Revolution Dating.
Yes.
And then just in case you're, really needing to get connected, 561-630-XOXO.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Kelly, and thank you, Miranda.
Thank you for having us. This is so fun.
I know.
I'm going to have you guys back. We'll get into the
definitely.
nitty gritty.
I want to do more.
Yeah, you're the best.
It's really fun.
You're
so
terrific.
I know, but we have to go.
Okay.
If you're still listening, I want you to leave me a 5-star review. I want you to make sure you're subscribed to the podcast.
Definitely.
Send me a DM on the Slimming Surgeon. And if you're local in Palm Beach, I actually have an event coming up at Alice and Olivia in the Royal Ponciana Plaza on February 28th.
28th.
It's a Wednesday.
They called me.
Yeah.
They dress us for the magazine ad.
Twinsies.
We want you guys there. So if you're
That's
local,
coincidence.
come to the event. It's a podcast shopping champagne party.
Okay.
These girls will probably be there. Hopefully. Yes. Okay. Anyways,
They
love
love
you
us.
guys. Thanks. We'll see you on the next
Thank
episode.
you. Yay. Happy
Bye.
Valentine's Day.